Hey guys, Igor Pechkovskyi is here with Bellevue Bellevue comments. I know you had missed me and I wanted to record this one more video for 2020. I'd like to recap this year, tell you of where we at real estate wise in today's market and give a quick prediction for 2021. And my promise to you is that in 2021, we'll see each other more often and we'll make a consistent effort to bring a lot of value to you. But let's do 2020 because we're still here yet. And here we go. So beginning of this year started just normal, and right about March, things started slowing down. The more news that we had about COVID-19 and how it will impact our lives, the market pretty much just shut down. What does that mean? Amount of sales back then had dropped by 50%, but prices hadn't. So there were a lot fewer transactions happening, but motivated buyers still were buying homes and prices still relatively were stable, maybe dropped in a few places here and there, but they were stable. And the more that interest rates were going downwards, the more demand been coming back to the market. And when folks seen that the world is not gonna end and we'll just keep on going, it had been increasing pricing wise and activity wise all the way up to this point. I told you it will be a quick recap. Let's talk of what December and November has for us. Guys, I know and I like a lot of data, but I'll summarize it this way. Market had been bananas so far. It is. It's really, really hot and I don't really see anything that could stop it. Look at these numbers. The months of inventory is 0.6 in the city of Bellevue, which means that if there will be no new inventory, everything will sell off in 18 days in the city of Bellevue. Can you believe it? Interest rates, as you see, they've been ridiculously low. They started back in March at around 3.6%, and they are 2.7 today for the 30-year fixed. Of course, they go up and down a little bit, but they're really, really low. Prediction for 2021, they probably will stay low. Maybe at some point in the end of the year, they might go back to about 3%, 3.25%, but there is the very high chance that they will keep being low and they will keep motivating buyers to act in the real estate market. More, in the city of Bellevue, we had seen an increase in price at 18% year to year. Huge appreciation, huge gains for everyone who already owns homes. 18% is the large number. And at the same time, the median price had crossed $1 million. It's a little over $1 million. So city of Bellevue and all the areas around Bellevue, north, up, sideways, you go anywhere you look, I'll tell you anywhere you look, and I look across a lot of market had been picking up steams, and there are multiple offers with buyers that can buy Bellevue, they go to Renton, the folks that can buy Renton, they go to Kent, and yada yada. It's just happening all across the board. So of course I have friends that come to me and say, Igor, but this is unsustainable. It can't be like this. I mean, we're in the middle of pandemic. The economy is shattered. Everything is really, really, really bad. Next year we'll see inventory increasing and supply go back up and things will go back to craziness and this bubble will burst and it's all will be foreclosure left and right. Let's look into that. Of course, no one really knows what will happen, but if you look at unemployment, it's not that bad. Of course, at the time of pandemic starting and the first lockdown, unemployment numbers went to 14%, and that's really bad. But they were slightly going down, and we were in Q3 at 8.8%, and they're projected to be around 6.8%. Our Washington state specifically is doing really, really good. We're not gonna go back to pre-COVID unemployment levels, that's for sure. That used to be like 3.5%, 4%. We still will be around 6 and 5, but that's not as bad as predicted. The bottom line is, guys, unfortunately, my heart goes to everyone who lost their jobs or their business. The folks that are unemployed around Bellevue and overall, most likely they're not buying the house. Just because of the affordability issues that we have around here, the people that are buying those homes, they most likely work for some tech companies or some other companies, and they are employed and happy and smiling right now because Microsoft had boomed, Amazon had boomed, all of these companies done really, really well. So unemployment's not probably change it at any point soon from what we could see. When we go at foreclosures, this slide is particularly interesting. As you can see, the Q3 around the country, 28.3% of homeowners had more than 50% of equity. 28%. Think about that. That's a bit over a quarter of all the homes there have more than 50% of equity. So for them to foreclose, remember, they always can sell their home and come up just fine, right? And still make a ton of money. But percent of homes is large. They have more than 50% of equity. That's huge. Another number that I don't have on the slide, but if I remember it correctly, about 80% of homes, they have at least 20% of equity in their homes, especially around Washington. So market has to decline at a minimum of 20% for those homes to be not okay, to be selling their homes at foreclosures. So that's, I don't believe will happen in 2021. And if you look at this one more slide here, percentage of applications for mortgages are still high. Of course, if you see it around April when things were really scary, and I mean, they're still scary, but when we didn't know exactly what would happen or how it will happen, applications went down by 30% or a bit more. Today, people getting mortgages, they're excited, they're motivated to find homes, they want to find residential housing out there. Interest rates are really, really low. And of course, unfortunately, supply is very low, but demand is huge. And that's what is pushing the real estate market up. And that's why there is no bubble. People make money around here. There are very few homes to buy. Prices go up. I can't tell you for the whole country of what will happen, but looking at what we have here in Washington and all the tax jobs, they keep driving the force of housing around here. Let's look at this few articles. Amazon posts big Q3 gains, continuing record year. I mean, that's true. They're making banks right now. Their only problem is how to fulfill all of those orders because small businesses, they're just out of business. It's unfortunate for one. There are folks making money. It is what it is. Same I could say for Microsoft. I don't have an article, but I'm sure that their Xbox sales are doing great. Their company altogether doing great. Their software solutions are doing fantastic. Microsoft is making money. Let's look next. New Facebook office building in the Sprint District fetches $365 million. Boy, Facebook is coming. Next, for Kirkland dealership and was already changing was Google came knocking. I know that you probably heard of it. Google just bought 10 acres in Kirkland. The Rose Hill area will change. It's already changing. It will change. Of course, it will take years. Years to get permits, years to build the place, years to bring employees in, but they're coming. They show you it's going to be Kirkland. They're coming. For that reason, I think the market will keep on rising. Let's look next. Plans mixed, a lot of projects downtown Bellevue. I have some folks that work for the city in permitting department. A lot of new skyscrapers coming up, new offices, new buildings. It's happening. Then you have Hudson Park, partner flex with Seattle with $625 million acquisition of Amazon leased towers. Investment firms keep building real estate around here. You should probably look at that as well. And we're looking at suburban living might be on the rise with increase of remote work. I put that one in there because reality is anywhere you look, Kitsap County, Washington Islands, you look to the east, Snoqualmie, North Bend, Duval, South, Black Diamond, Maple Valley, Snohomish, anywhere I look, I have clients all over. We do see multiple offers on the rise. There is the talk of being a hybrid work environment where folks, they still will have to go back to the office, but they think, hey, I could work 3 days or 2 days from home, and yeah, I could buy a home for $500,000, amazing home in Maple Valley. My traffic ride to work to Bellevue will suck, but I have to do it only twice, and I'll go, but I can buy a fantastic home. For that reason, around the area we see market had been doing fantastically good, and that's what I've got. Hey guys, I know that you know those things and you probably guessed it already, but in reality, prediction for 2021, it probably will continue on happening. If I see something, I'll let you know right away, but so far I don't really see something that could change. Just here that could change this market, but just more indicators that it will keep rising, it will keep growing. We have a lot more jobs coming, new offices open up, companies keep on hiring. I have friends in all of those companies. They keep on hiring people, and that's what probably we will see, at least in the early 2021. And especially right now, we have vaccine coming. Right now, we had a bad year. Hopefully, we will transition to a good year. So we'll see how that will impact the market. Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope, please comment. I want to know your thoughts on it. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Please like it. Please subscribe to the channel. And I hope we'll see each other in 2021. Thank you.